Hey everybody, Anjanae here, and thank you guys for coming back to my channel. Great rising for you guys. I just woke up, so it's still morning time for me here. As you can see, I am accompanied by Nova today, and as far as today's yoga sequence goes, I have a really nice flow designated specifically for wrist and ankle mobility. And I feel like this would be a great class to do if you are a desk worker, if you're someone who suffers from arthritis or carpal tunnel, things like that. I got you. So grab what you need to make yourself comfortable. We'll meet right back here on the mat and let's dive right in. Per usual, you guys, we're gonna yap and then flow, but today's session is accompanied by a fresh stick of Palo Santo. It is on my time an early Sunday morning. The whole house is still quiet and asleep, which I love. And it's a new calendar year. It's been a while since I've actually flowed with you guys, so hello. I know for my household, I'm glad to be right back here in my routine. I've had my kids in this house since December 20th, and I've been going insane. So it's nice to be back here recording and back doing what I love, which is flowing with you guys and talking to myself / you guys. So for today's class, we're actually going to start here in Sukhasana, a great way to warm up our body just to get started, placing the backs of our hands on tops of our knees, closing down your awareness should you choose to do so. We'll do a couple of cleansing breaths. Filling up with air, taking an inhale from your rib cage, and exhale it out. 2 more times. Inhale, expand from the belly. And exhale it out. Last one, really breathing it in. And exhale it out. Good job. Now for the basis of today's video, there's a specific type of breath work that I would like you guys to keep in mind. It's definitely the type of breath work that I've seen in my classes that a lot of students are kind of struggling with or not really fully integrating into their practice. And personally, it's the only type of breath work that I do, and I feel that it's 100% helpful when you're struggling in certain postures or poses. It's really key to slow down your breath, restrict your prana inside, and breathe through the discomfort. So we'll do a couple of rounds of Ujjayi breathing. And for those who are not familiar with that, it is your fire breath restricted within. It literally activates your internal organs. It calms your central nervous system, and it just all around makes it easier for you to be able to be in the discomfort of certain yoga postures. It's still a little bit tricky. It's literally just going but with your mouth sealed, and you're restricting the prana inside. So as you breathe that Ujjayi breath, it goes in and travels down your body, heats your organs, and just generally makes it so much better for when you're doing yoga. We're gonna do a couple of rounds of Ujjayi breath. I'm gonna place my left hand on my solar plexus chakra and my right hand on my heart chakra. And we're going to inhale one more and restrict the prana inside. One more, inhale. And exhale within. One more, inhale. And exhale within. Good job. So we're going to do a couple of side body stretches. It's always nice to lubricate your spine before getting into certain movements. I will say that my ankles and my feet are bothering me, so I think the first couple of postures that we do will be feet related. So we're going to place the soles of our feet onto our mat, placing your hands directly behind your glutes. We're going to move into some windshield wipers to start, just to get this inner hip flexor area a little bit more lubricated. So inhale, puff up your chest, shifting your gaze forward. Exhale, dropping your knees to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. And just keeping that posture going at a pace that works for you. Last one, inhale up, exhale to the right. One more time up, and exhale to the left. Returning our feet back to Sukhasana, so coming back and crossing at the ankles. Left hand on the outside of left thigh. Inhale this right arm up and over, side body stretch. Inhaling back up to midline. Exhale to the right. I don't know about y'all, but once I actually get moving, it literally makes my life feel so much better. Inhale back up to center. Exhale to the left again. Inhale up. And exhale to the right. And we're going to take this right hand, drawing it, or left hand, drawing it forward to touch the floor in front of you. Bringing this right hand with you, find an inhale up, exhale, and forward fold. Using your fingertips to walk your body back upright. We're going to do a little bit of neck rotations here, placing the backs of your hands on tops of your thighs, closing down your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. A little bit forward. All the way forward, chin to chest. Left ear a little bit to the left. Touching left shoulder. And all the way back to the top of your spine. Good job. Now I'm sending you away to do these postures intuitively. We're just rotating our neck. We've lubricated our inner hip flexors, our side body, and our spine, and now we're just showing some love to our neck. Sometimes they get forgotten, our neck muscles and joints. The next time you find your head touching the top of your spine, going counterclockwise, so in the opposite direction, moving as fast or slow as you need. And the next time your chin is at your chest, we're going to bring our head back to midline. Inhale. And exhale it out. Taking this right hand, we're going to reach for our head, grabbing onto this left ear and just pulling your right ear closer to your shoulder. Take this left hand, extending it out to the side, little stretch. Inhale back to midline, opposite side, left hand reaches for right ear, right hand out to the side. Inhale, exhale and stretch. Inhaling back to center and exhale it out. Good job. So we're now going to meet in all fours, coming into a tabletop position. So we're on all fours. You want your knees right underneath your hips and your wrist right underneath your shoulders. Your alignment should always be straight. We're going to move into some cat-cows, but we're going to make them wrist focused. So I want you to turn your hands to where your fingertips are pointing your knees. And we'll just do some cat-cows with your wrists facing backwards, definitely working on the backs of your wrists and making it easier for your wrist mobility. So we'll inhale, shifting your gaze forward, create a valley in your back. And exhale, coming down. deep in. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Coming up for cow once more. And exhale, cat. One more cow. And one final cat. Returning back to a neutral tabletop. We're going to now take our hands, fanning them out to the side so your fingertips are pointing away from your body. And we're just going to move in a little bit of a circular motion with our hips, sending your hips to your heels and just coming around in a circle. Just moving our wrists in different directions. You may even notice that this is good for your inner hip flexors. Ooh. So we're sending our hips to our heels and just pausing here. I know this may be a little bit uncomfortable or create a little bit of sense of discomfort, but the more you incorporate this into your practice, the easier it is. If you find that it's causing too much tension right here on your forearm or your wrist, just coming up slightly. We're just going to do a couple of pulses. So inhale up, exhale, send your hips to your heels. It's the perfect time to activate that Ujjayi breath. Inhale up, and exhale, hips to your heels. Once more, inhale up, and exhale, hips to your heels. Good job. Flipping our hands back the right direction. Our hips are already on our heels. We're gonna walk our hands towards the top of the mat, just coming down, melting your heart. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Coming up one vertebrae at a time, meeting back in our neutral tabletop position. And we're going to send our hips to our heels once more, taking a seat, coming into hero pose. Couple of options here. As you can see, I'm sitting right on the tops of my feet, or an option to sit directly on tops of your heels, bearing your toes down onto the mat. Let me move my pants so you can see. See, my toes are bared down into the mat, so you have an option to sit like this, or if you really want to stretch that fascia on the tops of your feet, completely having a seat onto your feet, or onto your heels, I should say. And we'll inhale as arms rise. Exhale, hands into heart. Taking a moment in hero pose. Right hand is going to come out to the side. We'll inhale this left arm up and over, side body stretch. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up and over, side body stretch. Inhale back to center. And exhale, hands and heart. Coming up off of our heels, let me turn back this way. We're in our tabletop position and we're just gonna do some toe taps. So that's taking your feet and just tapping it on your mat. I'm trying not to do mine so loud because I have people sleep in my house, so you won't hear my feet tapping, but you tap your feet. And just tapping, waking up the fascia in your feet. Perfect. We're gonna cross at the ankles, sending our hips to our heels to pop our knees out, extending your legs directly in front of you. Perfect. Pushing through our heels so your toes are facing your body. Remove your flesh from your sitting bones. We'll inhale as arms rise. Exhale and forward fold. Using your fingertips to walk your body back upright. We're now going to move into a reclined position onto our mats. You can go ahead and have a reclined seat. Ooh. Y'all bear with me. For some reason, I think I got the microphone situation figured out, but for some reason, my exposure / autofocus, it keeps going from dark to light. We're gonna get this whole YouTube thing figured out, but we are reclining on our mats. Alrighty, my hair won't let me be great, so I'm gonna recline to the best of my ability. Alrighty, and we're just gonna do a little bit of windshield wipers once more. So inhale, exhale your knees to the left. Inhale back up to center. Exhale your knees to the right. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And last time, inhale up and exhale to settle in place. We're gonna draw our knees into our chest and work on a little bit of ankle mobility here. So your toes need to be facing down towards your mat, and we're just gonna synchronize our breath with our movement. So as we breathe, that's when we'll move our feet. So inhale, toes pointing down. Exhale, scooping your heels down, toes facing you. Inhale down. Exhale, scoop it down. Inhale, toes down. Exhale, scooping your heels up. Once more, inhale, toes down. Exhale, scooping your heels up. Now pausing here, we're going to start to do some ankle rotation. So just rolling your ankles in one direction. Pausing here and going in the opposite direction. Taking in a big inhale. And on the exhale, extending your heels up towards the ceiling as we move into candle. You want your toes to be facing your face, your heels to be going out. Really stretching the fascia in the backs of your legs, activating your hamstrings, your calves, your quads. This is a very active sitting pose or resting pose. Just allowing the lymphatic drainage to happen naturally on its own. A little disclaimer, candle is a great pose for lymphatic drainage, and it's also a really great way to promote new blood flow within your body. So as you lift your legs up, you're literally pausing your blood flow, and once your legs are released back down, it literally channels new energy and blood flow throughout your whole body. So this is a great posture to do when you first wake up, if you're having back issues, if you just need a break and your legs are just legging. This is a great posture to do. Last couple of breaths here. Inhale. And exhale it out. We're going to cross our right leg on top of our left, bending in the knee to where both heels come down towards your glutes. Taking our hand and reaching for opposite feet. We'll inhale as we lift our legs back up. Exhale and just pulling your feet away from your body. Gentle sway from left to right if you need it. This is reclined cow face pose. Last breath here. Inhale, releasing, extending our legs back in candle. Exhale, crossing on the opposite side. Bending in the knees and pull. Gentle sway from left to right if that feels good. Inhaling our legs back up into candle. And exhale to release back down. We're gonna move into some side stretches here, extending our arms directly up above us. We're gonna reach for your left wrist with your right hand. Find an inhale. Exhale, pulling this left wrist, we're leaning to the right side. Being sure to push out your heels, make this active. Inhaling back to center. Reaching for opposite wrist. And exhale, leaning to the left. Find an inhale back to midline. Exhale, crunching everything in like a ball, knees into your chest, squeezing onto your body, little rock from left to right. And when you're ready, releasing and returning back to a seated posture, how we began. If you'd like to add a little bit of playfulness to your practice, just rocking from forward to back, grabbing on to the backs of your knees, just helping your body to rock up until you're in your seated posture. Meaning back how we started in Sukhasana. Cat hair all over me. So that we may close today's practice. Thank you guys for flowing alongside me. I hope that this was just what you needed to add a little bit of extra ankle and wrist mobility. I know that my feet feel a little bit better, so I'm hoping that this will serve as good enough for you. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra, piercing your heart chakra with your thumbs, closing out today's practice with a cleansing breath together. Let's take an inhale and exhale it out. Thank you guys for allowing me to help plug you back into your peace. It is my hope that I have affirmed to you that you can create literally a corner of peace anywhere you may go. And so it is. Namaste. Until next time, guys. Peace.